Good evening. Good evening, fellow tradesmen and women. How is everybody out there? We're going to give this a few minutes. Set up a couple things here. There we go. Here we go. The requests have been sent. Did it work? It's always a bit dangerous.
Boom!
Boom!
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. I like the beard. It's very pretty tonight.
You know, that's the best thing about it is I don't put any effort to it in at all. Just wake up and go.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you got
it's
one
good.
of the.
Sometimes...
Yeah, you got one of those good ones that it just grows straight down. Mine has this stupid cowlick in it, so it grows like sideways, and it doesn't start going. It doesn't start going straight down, so like it gets about yours. So I don't even bother. I just get it all chopped off by then. Too much work.
The bride won't let you get that far.
Do what now?
The bride won't let you get that far. Your significant other.
I mean, she likes it. You know, when we met, I didn't have a beard, and she was like, "Grow your beard," and I grew it, and then she was like, "Never shave it off," and I was like, "Okay." So, you know,
do what she says.
Yeah, happy wife, happy life. You know.
Yeah, that's not wrong. That's not wrong.
Yeah.
So you took some flack.
Oh, here?
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to your eye. Apparently, you're part of the Illuminati, but we're gonna save that for a couple of minutes down the road.
Oh yeah,
you get some flack for coming on here with me, or what?
Oh no. Well, curiosity more so than like hate. More so like why? And I'm like, why not? Why not? And that's the whole thing is that I don't think like people are understanding. Like I kind of see it like you're kind of on to something, and you're like right there, and I'm like, okay, like I'm kind of someone that kind of knows what he's talking about with the whole sales thing, and this whole kind of like corporate structure when it comes to like the trades and the service construction industry. So I was like, man, I should jump on here, and kind of throw my 2 cents in and just kind of fill people in also that like he's not the only one that sees this and is like, nope, this isn't good. So
I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible.
Oh, go. Yeah.
No, okay, so let's start. Where are you at? Back
Georgia.
when we were having our little back and forth, Georgia, the peach state.
Yes, which it's not even really the peach state anymore. It's like the peanut state. So
the economics have changed.
I think so. I could be wrong. We used to be the poultry capital of the world. Like Gainesville, Georgia was the poultry capital of the world. So, but we're not that anymore either. So,
it's all gone underground. It's all peanuts.
It's all peanuts. So, and cotton, I think. I don't know. I don't even know if they make cotton anymore. I think everything's plastic fibers. Have you bought those towels, those rags at Home Depot, and you go to like wipe up water and it just smears it everywhere, and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
You're like,
it doesn't suck anything up.
No, nothing at all until like the rag is completely wet and then it works. It's plastic. That's what that is. It's like a plastic polymer fiber. So
they just spin it into a little microfiber stupid thing. Yeah. It won't scratch anything, sure, but it won't mop anything up either.
No, just smears it all around. So I just get the shop towels, just ruin the environment a little more, just kill more trees. So, I've worked for a multitude of service plumbing companies that implement a salesperson, and I don't know if you've seen the account yet, and I reached out to them and they were like, yeah, totally, if you could, but it's called Leakey's Texas USA. It's like a little
I've seen him.
yellow. Okay, so he or that company, I don't know if it's the company or the guy that is kind of like the face of it is like his account or his company, but like he came out of nowhere, and it was right around the time, that I had left like this really bad service plan. I can't really talk about it because all I can say is that there was a lawsuit, and we One, but I can't say anything more because this attorney's office they could be probably watching right now. Let's put it this way. That's how sneaky they are. So yeah, exactly. Like, hi.
Hello.
But because of this, I've learned a lot about service plumbing companies, but also like the training that they implement. One of it is called, I think it's Nexstar, and it's very famously known that is, to come in and do this kind of one-size-fits-all training module for the trades to get their sales up. And it's one of these crazy things. And I won't say, and I'll say this, it's great for someone like young who needs help, like if their confidence, with selling to a customer, because we all sell in a way, but there's the right way to do it, and then there's the wrong way to do it, and I guess legally, I'm not going to say Nexstar is good or bad, but I will say that I've seen guys that have gone through training like that, and they implement fear-mongering or financial leaning on the customer to get them to make that sale that day.
They are massive. Like and I'll keep names out of it because whatever. Do the same as you. We had up here in Canada, it was called Success Cruise International, and they've changed to, I was just looking it up here, a certain path, but they're basically, the competition of Nexstar. But I think Nexstar has sort of eclipsed everybody and are the sort of preeminent. They're like the service titan, right? Or they're like, if you haven't heard of Service Titan or Nexstar, then you're not actually in the space.
Yeah, I use Service Titan right now. So I've used, Service Titan, House Call Pro. I've used all those. So and that's through the companies I've worked with. And
so I get the impression, just a little bit more about you, I guess, is that you are, I thought you were like a sole proprietor, but are you now, or?
Well, yes, because I own I own a business. I own more than one business, or I have LLCs with them, but I also work for a company. Now I can talk a little bit about the company I work for, but I can't talk a lot about it. But I do work for a company, and this is a great thing too, to kind of segue also, is for the people watching, like I've sort of entered into a space that, number one, is kind of unknown and new, but also gives a new avenue to a plumber that is licensed, specifically like has a master's license, but doesn't necessarily want to be a business owner, but doesn't also want to have to go work for your traditional service plumbing company to hold the master's license, or to be sort of like a, senior advisor type deal or service manager. And so I'm sort of like in sort of this weird space that's like tech and security for water. But the company that I work for, we work with insurance. So like water damage, or they want implemented like smart home leak detection in a person's home. Like that's what I do. That's why like almost every video I have has to do with some sort of smart home leak detection.
Yeah, with your Flow Pro or whatever it is.
The
Moen one?
Yeah, so it's funny. I love it. Everyone calls it a Moen. But the thing is, though, is that Moen is trying to move away from that name, so they just call it the Moen valve now. They don't even call it the flow. But it's so funny to me that everyone still says it. I actually know a lot of history. Like, it's so funny. I know a lot of history about that valve specifically, but I don't know if I can like talk about it. But it's just funny to me that they want to move away from that name, because I kind of know why they wanted to move away from that name. And so, but anyway. But yeah, so we do things like that, and that's sort of like a new space. And so it's cool because I've learned a lot too from this kind of dynamic background with this new type of company. I've learned a lot that actually tradesmen, licensed tradesmen and plumbers can actually go into different avenues rather than either work for a company or end up working for yourself. So it's kind of interesting to kind of see that. Well, I mean, basically it's corporate is what it is. And you have a whole area that really is in like kind of an undertapped market, but also may still be kind of an untapped market too, where you have individuals that work with insurance, or you work in tech with like server rooms, or you work with manufacturers and stuff in like real world scenarios. Like I can't remember his name. I don't remember if it's Bob or Mike, but you'll see him on Ream's videos sometimes, and he's usually the one explaining something, with their dream team or whatever. But anyway, he is a master plumber himself, and he's worked there for Ream for quite a long time, And it's so I myself, I didn't realize that. Like, I didn't realize that manufacturers actually hired, plumbers in real world and stuff. But it's even like, Moen and Delta and things like that. So it's interesting. It's different.
I do. I mean, and that's sort of where I agree. I think that's the advantage that you have of actually getting your ticket and putting some,
Yeah, Mike,
getting.
Fix It Dad just answered me. Mike, yeah, he's awesome. Like, he's awesome. I mean, and he's just a master plumber that just fell into, the manufacturer side, and has just been there for a good while. So,
Yeah,
but anyway,
yeah.
keep going. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point that out that I saw.
No.
In case Mike's listening.
Mike Henry. There we go.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, I think I think that's a viable option for people that actually have put in the miles of and have a couple of whatever you want to call it, bruises or scars or experience to help those manufacturers actually provide a product that is reasonable and can troubleshoot it and work through the problems that you as an installer or me as a contractor that's buying the product and trying to put it in can help us sort of figure that stuff out. As you know, my contention with most of that stuff is most of the guys that we see behind the booth at the trade shows are, second-year college students that are looking for a summer job or whatever the case may be, right? Like the people that I see that work at Milwaukee or DeWalt, every time they have the Red Line show or whatever the hell, Pipeline show or whatever it's called, I'm like, they have, and they got some 22-year-old girl up there that's got her fingernails done showing us how to clean the drain. I'm like, bro, you can't get like a real, like, there's lots of us out there. You can't get somebody to.
I don't go to the trade shows. So I don't go to the trade shows. So I don't really know. So, but I mean, I've seen kind of the videos and stuff. But I mean, you have to understand that.
You've seen the videos.
Yeah, but I mean, my thing is that at least from my perspective, I'm understanding that that's a manufacturer utilizing their marketing budget to focus that for their product with the inevitable, but it is what it is, and I understand, like, I get it. Like, you're like, hey, like, we have guys that could do this, that are real working guys. And that's what I'm saying is that, and what I was trying to say with that too, is that a lot of these manufacturers now, and especially like when you look at other manufacturers from other countries, like they are bringing technology here. Like, we're the last in line for tankless. Well, you're Canada, so America is last in line for tankless. Like, everyone else around the world uses some sort of tankless or Insta-Hot instead of your traditional just 50-gallon or 40-gallon reservoir tank, gas or electric. So we're seeing that, but then we're also seeing like smart home leak detection, and then we're seeing all these like smart devices. Like, for instance, the Moen, like, going back to that as an example, the app that they utilize, they have two. They have the Flow by Mo app, which is the older app, which they say they don't recommend to use, but you can use it. But the new one is the Moen like Smart Water Network, and that is a hub for all of your Moen smart devices. So you start to see this segue of, we're going to start adding new smart devices, which.
That's my question. How many? What? I only know of the one.
I mean, they have oh yeah. Well, Kohler has, I think Kohler or Delta has like a smart shower. That's like a whole system.
Oh.
I've seen two of those that, like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It has the panel shower. And everything. Yeah, well, Bluetooth, but it has the panel. You can control it with your phone. Get it set up and stuff. So, but
Moen's going with something with that too. Is that their plan?
Well, I think that ultimately, yes. Like, you're going to see like smart faucets, which would be what it is. Smart showers, maybe smart tub fillers, and I know why you're laughing, because it's just going to be a nightmare. Like, something's going to happen.
You're going to have to show up with your laptop, or you're going to have to plug your phone into your shower head to be able to diagnose what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Or it's going to like turn on and not shut off, and then like flood your tub, flood it out, or something's going to happen, So, I mean, I've seen it. These smart devices shut the water off automatically, and then they don't turn on for the customer, or the internet won't work correctly. So, what is this we're doing? Oh, we already got people already chirping in on asking the real questions, I guess.
Israel's the devil. I'm sorry. I'll say it right now. I don't. Oh. You can take that. That's from a Canadian. I don't know how the States feels about it. Clearly, your government's in league with those guys, but there's a lot going on with the insanity of the world right now.
I love the fact that like it goes from like smart home devices to so what the fuck is up with America? Like, can we just get an honest answer from somebody, please? And my answer is I have no fucking idea. Like I don't get it. I don't subscribe to it, and I'm in agreement with the majority of the world with what should be going on next. That just isn't, and it's just. But hey, you know what though? The Dow is up 50,000 points right now. 50,000 right now.
So here's a legit question. That doesn't mean anything to me because I'm in Canada. Like, do you have
anything to me because I'm a plumber? I don't.
I know, but that's what I mean.
Out loud. I said to myself, "What does that mean?"
You have stocks in the Dow, there, big guy. But you're like, oh yeah, no, don't worry. My portfolio has never been higher. Like, nope. That's just such an elitist. I don't even know what to say. Like, deflection of the shit that's going on.
That's what I meant. Is that, when I was a young kid, I wanted to be a magician, and the first thing they teach you at magic camp is deflection. That you say, look at my hand, look over here, and then something goes over here, and then the coin disappears, and you're like, hey. That's
Dow's at 50.
That's the Dow's at 50,000, man. That's what's important.
What did we misunderstand here? Sign bombs, send to Palestine. Oh,
misunderstood. I guess they want our opinion on Israel and Palestine. So I mean, I don't. It's bad. Like, I mean, what do you want me to say here? Do you want me to pick a side? No, it's bad. It's just the whole thing is bad. Like, everything is bad right now. Like, I don't understand, like, what we have to say to be like, it's all on fire, and we don't have enough extinguishers, so we're just letting it burn, I guess.
Yeah. No. When they came out with the, what are they calling it? What are they calling the new? Is it the new Gaza? Is that what they're calling it?
What,
I forget
Israel?
what they're calling it.
I don't.
No, they're going to make it like Club Gaza. They're going to turn it into like Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, this guy, he gets on the internet and he does some AI video where it's a jet flying in and it's like Club Gaza, and then he poops on somebody. Like, it's just, yay. Like, we're just.
Yeah. The monkeys one was good. Anyway, I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about with that one.
Yeah. No, I don't get it. Look, man, I don't. And there's a lot of us that were just like, listen. Here's my whole thing. If you want my opinion, if we're trying to like just go ahead and just hash it out politically and everything else, like, I mean, here's the thing, guys. Like, and y'all are just going at it hardcore for a minute too. Like it's all bad. Like, it's not good. Like, there's not one thing or another that says, hey, like, fuck yeah, let's go to that side. And if that's how you feel, that's great, but I don't subscribe to it. And then on everything else here in America, same thing. Like, I don't subscribe to the right, I don't subscribe to the left. It's the same thing on both sides. It's just different entities saying different words, but it ends up the same way. And then we have this whole Epstein thing going on that is the most asinine and most mind-boggling thing that is to most of anyone that has a sane thought in their head of why is everyone else around the world doing what they're doing next, arresting,
at the
prosecuting
minimum,
these, and America's just like, and we're just like, well,
we're going to wait and see.
If we did that, the whole system would collapse. My answer to that is that if someone told me, well, if I do the spot repair on the main sewer, the whole sewer is going to collapse. I'm like, fucking dig this thing out and let's replace it.
Go.
Like, it's over it.
It's going to create some carnage and it's going to cost a lot of money, but that's what needs to happen. Anyway, thanks, Max. Fucking pulling us down the road.
I guess I don't know what's going on in the chat right now.
Max is trying to light this thing on fire.
I don't understand.
Let's be not anti.
What if you gave him a message? So that begs a question.
I'm a saw.
Like, if you talk about Epstein, you're anti-Semitic. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Anyway. Should we talk? Should we talk about what brought us? Should we talk about what brought us together? When was that?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, here's the thing: is that we had sort of our feud, and just to make it very clear here, I the whole don't press on CPVC. Realistically, if you're in a bind at 4 in the morning, you're in a fucking bind. But there was a way to go about it that it would have been so much better. And instead, you just nah, I'm just going to do scorched earth on this one.
Scorched earth, baby.
And so,
you're right. On some level, and we all do it. Anybody that calls me out, I'm like, we all try and find the edge. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like you're like, Milwaukee sucks, and yet every tool you have is Milwaukee. I'm like, okay, that's his, whatever, part of the deal.
It's satire.
So I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm like, no, man. Like, you can, we absolutely did it. It was 2:00 in the morning. Fuck you. It worked. And we changed it 2 days later.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Boom. Boom. See? And it's like, and scene. But instead you were like, we pressed on this. And on top of that, don't say a bad thing about it. And then I'm gonna go after Evan. I'm gonna get Evan fired, and then I'm gonna go. It just became this kind of snowball effect, and I was like, well, I might as well just throw a little flame on the fire on this one and see what happens. See where this lands. So,
my
but all in all, it was fun.
My favorite part of it all is, I'm gonna say it the right way. Viega proved my point. When they said, "Oh, it pops off at 700 pounds," I'm like,
I will say this. I will say this. They did kind of eat that one. They did kind of eat that one. I was like, "Why are you doing that? Like, why did you show the gauge?" Like,
I thought it was fake. I had to watch it like 10 times. I'm like, they literally proved my point. At 700 pounds, it pops off.
Yep.
So, but that's the beauty of this whole thing. Truly. There are like 3 people on here that I truly dislike, but everybody else, it's, as you well know, I don't think there was anything behind the scenes that was unsavory. Like, nobody's like, no, fuck you, you're a dick. It was like, listen, man, like, it was a little.
I don't know. Pool boy kind of went hard on you.
Who did?
Pool boy. Pool
dude, that dude's insane. Have you seen him since? I hope he's okay.
I have had dealings with him since like the beginning, due to, I guess he was on, I guess he was here kind of like when you were here. 'Cause I think I started, 2018 or 19. So,
yeah.
And we, and then he, I think, was kind of on a little before, and he kind of got a quick hike because he also had, I think he was one of the first ones doing videos, like, doing cleaning the pools and stuff. So, but yeah, I've heard stuff, I've talked with people who've had direct interactions with him, and they've kind of said the same thing. And I've kind of had it. He kind of jumped in my comments one time and kind of went nutso. And I was like, whoa, I was like, what is this? I was like, wow. Like, I didn't think people get that serious,
No.
But, that's one of the ones I'm just like, all right, that one was a funny one. I love that one because you were just like, who is this guy?
I've never heard of him. I do love it. And even with you, I mean, there's tens of thousands of accounts. And so when somebody new jumps on and, has something good or bad to say or a critique, you're like, okay, let's go. That's what this whole medium is for, I think.
Right.
Is the exchange of ideas and what's the best way, the methodologies, and then, leave it for the masses, whoever they are, to decide for themselves on what the best way to get things done is. And then that guy, like you say, shows up and he's kind of come to my house and he's gonna burn me down. I'm like, okay, bro, well, here's the address. Come on up and we'll have a fucking good time.
It's wild. Well, and it's wild in general. And, it's funny because, I took like social media pretty serious in the early days and stuff. Like I would get really upset if someone said something or someone started picking on the comments. I'd be like, nah, I'm just going to go ahead and block this guy. But it's funny because, like I've said it kind of before and people kind of know, but, Boston Plumbing Monster says it best. And he's like, social media isn't real life. And when you kind of take that in there, it's like, for instance, like I guess something happened in the chat or something. The guys kind of went crazy and started talking all nonsense and everything. And like my whole thing is that, like, is it worth it? Like, is it really worth it? Like
it's not.
It's not. And it's gotten to a point where it's like when I start hearing people not just want to have a regular conversation, like I'm just gone. Like I'm just like, dude, like I just don't want to hear it because it's in your face all the time.
Yeah.
I turn the TV on, same thing. Turn on anything, on the internet, same thing.
No, if it starts, like the whole reason I'm here is because it's a vent for me. I'm having a good time, releases some stress. The second it starts to become stressful or I'm losing sleep over it, I'm like, all right, man. Like I got to take like 3 or 4 days off and just sort of go back to the real world and, do some real plumbing and sort of recenter myself. And then everything's cool again is how it works. And it doesn't, like you say, it doesn't take much when meatballs jump on here to sort of raise your blood pressure a bit. And then you're like, holy shit.
That's just it. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm not high. I'm fucking tired. I have 4 kids. I've been up since 6 a.m.
How old's your oldest?
13, and she's standing right over here with her little friend.
Sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Your life sucks, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, it is what it is. So.
At 5, my youngest is 19, and so I'm like completely on the other side of it.
Oh no! My oldest is 18. She just doesn't live here. She's with her mom. So because I have one from a previous, and then I have 4. The 13 and 11, they're step, but they don't. Their dad's, he's not even in the picture. So yeah, and then I have 2 with my wife. So
there we go. You're like the Brady Bunch, almost.
Yeah, we are. We are the Brady Bunch, and it's never a dull moment, as you probably know. So
it's never dull.
No,
in fact, this has been the calmest year of my entire life because all my kids are out of the house. And I'm like, you know what? I can do what I want. I can when I put my keys down on the kitchen counter and they come back 24 hours later, my keys are on the kitchen counter exactly where I left them. It's fabulous.
Yeah, that's awesome. I literally can't do half of that.
No, you can. I know you can.
Nope. So, yeah.
Your Leaky Plumber guy, is it Leaky Texas? He just jumped on here.
Yeah, Leaky Texas, USA. And he's the one that, like, originally what we were talking about before the chat decided to force us into this spiral, and then we kind of pulled ourselves back out. He's the one I'm talking about that really has been talking about the sales of it. And it's wild. Like, it's one of those things, like, like they do this one-size-fit-all sales training with you. You go out into the field. They do a whole script with you. Like they do it, like they like record you. They make you watch yourself. They like give you tips on what you can do better and stuff. But the thing is that when you really break it down, what it really is they're basically training you to sell financing, because that's what they want. They want you. That's
what the numbers are, right? Yeah.
And that's really what they want. They don't want you to pay like the entire price. No. But apparently, and if there's anyone in here that knows about it or can correct me, I believe the story is that there's a plumbing company in Ohio that does like over $1 million a month consistently. And that's where this all started from. And kind of that's where like they kind of give you the background of it. And so you have this kind of in your mind that, I want to help my company sell $1 million, because of my commission rates. Yeah. But
that's what it is. Like it has not hit quite as hard up here, but a decade ago we had a finance company. Literally, when I had my 18 guys and all the rest of that crap, came to me and said, "Listen, Bob, I will take your $2 million a year, and I'm going to turn that into 2.6, and you're not going to have to sell an extra thing because we're going to finance everybody." And you're going to if they can't afford your $10,000 furnace, We'll get them on, $89 a month for the next, till they die. And we'll give you a cut of that, and we'll look after the whole thing for you. No problem at all. And I'm like, are you insane? Like, I'm trying to, and I've said it here before. I'm not here to rape and pillage. I'm here to provide for my family. I wouldn't want the same person to come in and do it to me. If I was, sort of caught between a rock and a hard place, and I got to pay for my fucking furnace for the next 12 and a half years, and then because of way things are made these days, you need a new one, right?
Well, they lease it to you now. The new thing is they lease it, so you don't even own it. So they lease it to you. So when you sell your home, you have to get you have to pay off the tab, or you have to get the new owners to sign the lease.
Yeah.
For it. And that what it does, it provides, what it does is it provides service and a lifetime warranty, basically, is what they're trying to sell you. You pay this little flat rate of $50 a month or $100 a month. Anything goes wrong with this thing, we take care of it, blah, blah, blah. But there's always an asterisk by it.
The asterisk is original owner.
Right. Or it's the asterisk is you have to do your bi-yearly checks, and you can't skip it, and it has to be this and it has to be that. And then if you're running this more haphazardly, if there's any vaping or smoking, if you really read the fine print, you'll find that they entrap you.
Yeah, we can open up another rabbit hole. It's health insurance, right? You pay your health insurance for you pay your $250 a month. You're like, I'm covered. And I'm like, oh, I have lung cancer. Like, oh, you're a plumber? Have you been exposed to asbestos? Probably. Wait, okay, well, you're out.
How much do you pay? $250 a month? That's cute. That's a cute number. I wish I paid that number.
Listen, there aren't very many advantages to being Canadian, but I mean, I have my health or my life insurance, my disability, and my critical illness, which I'm assuming everybody knows what those three differences. If I die, there's a payout. If I get a leg cut off, it's a payout. And if I get one of the 5 most common diseases, whatever those are, then I get a payout. and so that costs me about, and it's gonna make everybody mad, it costs me about $8,000 a year. And so whatever that number is, it's less than a grand. What's the number?
That's
I don't know.
I wish I could say that. I don't. I pay per pay period because I get paid twice a year. I mean, not twice a year.
Twice a year?
Yeah, no, twice a month. I wish twice a year. I don't know. We might blow through it pretty quick. Twice a month. I get paid 2 times a month. I pay $1,200, and that is also my company paying half for myself, my wife, and my 4 children. So I'm paying $600 a week, so $1,200 $1,200 every 2 weeks.
$1,200 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 6.
Yeah.
Basically. And that, I mean, and to be perfectly honest, mine is more expensive than it ever has been because I crossed the 55. I turned 56 this year. And so they're like, okay, well, now you're in the next demographic until you hit whatever the next one is, 65, I think.
Right.
When it jacks up again, right? Because you're at a bigger risk. So
yeah. Well, I have my wife's a nurse, and my health insurance is better. Yeah. My wife's a nurse, and so she works at the hospital, and my health insurance is better than the one that they offer.
Really?
So yeah. So ours is a better plan.
And so I know you didn't want to say too much about your company. Like, are you? Is there a bunch of you guys there, or are you like sort of their tech guy?
So the way that our company works is
it based out of Georgia, or is it like a multi?
Well, yes and no. So the vice president of our company lives here in Atlanta and Georgia, and then our CEO lives in California, and then I believe we cover 20 or 25 states within.
Gotcha.
But we're all W-2s, and yeah, and I guess I would say tech or security would be probably the field that we're in. We're a plumbing company within. Like, I still offer all my plumbing services. It's just that we do different work. We do water assessments, and like I said, smart home leak detection installs. We sometimes have to look at water damage from homes to kind of give a clarification to insurance about what happened or what could have happened if they kind of have some unknowns. So it's kind of cool. It's very, very different.
And so are you you must be directly tied to the insurance companies then?
Well, partnered. So we're our own entity. Yeah. We're our own company in itself. So yeah. So in a way we are. So, but it's not bad. It's a good job, good career. Company is just, it's different. I'll tell you that much. It's definitely different.
And so is that something that you see, like, are they expanding or, like how many, if you're in Georgia, I know everybody's sort of skittish to tell you, like, how many people would you say you service in your sort of service area?
The joke is, when customers ask us what's your service area, we say state line to state line. So if I have to go to Savannah to go look at a job, then I have to go to Savannah. If I have to go up to North Georgia, like let's say Blairsville, then I have to go to Blairsville. But most of our work is within the realm of Atlanta, surrounding Atlanta. I've been to places down south, that are more prominent, places up north, but all over.
And are you the plumber for Georgia?
Yeah. Well, there's
12 million people.
Yep. There is. There's a lot.
And you are servicing 12 million people.
Well, I mean I'm not servicing, but I mean,
I know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah, no, in essence, but that's also because of the work that we do. Have you used Watt's Nexus system? No, the Nexus system? I don't know what the Nexus system is. I've used the Watt's leak defense system, if that's what you're talking about, Hill Country. So,
I don't see this thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the Nexus system is, but concealed carry when in Atlanta. Georgia is a constitutional carry, I believe now. Ain't got a concealed carry no mo.
Oh, so you can carry it, no problem. You don't need
the rest of, everyone else down there does, so why not?
Listen, man, I'm in Canada.
You get that
if I even say the word gun, I'm gonna end up in jail.
Oh. What is it? What else do they call it? I don't know what else they call it. So yeah, no, it's pretty bad. It connects to it, zip ties. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the one that just connects over the top. No, I have not. We don't offer that, or the insurance that we're partnered with, they don't like that one. They like the leak defense system. So that system's pretty cool. That's a parameter-based system that Watts developed. They hold their warranty behind it. It has a control panel. You don't have to have it connected to Wi-Fi, so that's kind of a selling point for the older community. But it does connect to Wi-Fi, and you do get like a secondary app for the device. But kind of the sell on that is that it's it does not need Wi-Fi to operate. So,
what is that? Just the little sensors that go around the basement type of thing, and if it detects water, it shuts off.
You install the device, the valve on the main water service. Put a check valve in. Make sure there's an expansion tank. Pressure's over 80. You got to throw a PRV in. You put that in system so you get most of the main water services you can, and then they do offer like wireless sensors. If the customer has like water filtration or softener, you can put a split system on, so you can put the sensor on one side and the valve on the other, so it'll still catch leaks. And if the softener system is like doing a backwash cycle, or the filtration is, then it won't set off the alarm system on it. So it's a cool system. It's a big system. They can go up to I think they said 12 inches on water lines. I was like, what? I was like, where the hell are 12-inch water lines? So
we haven't done any of them, and it hasn't sort of. I do find that the States are sort of the testing ground. Like Europe obviously has all their shit figured out. Then it comes over to the States, and then you guys fuck it up, and then find out what's good and what's bad, and then we get sort of this actually works. Send it to Canada.
Yep.
And so we've had a bunch of our hotel groups that have those 12-inch water mains.
Yeah. Sort
of be interested in that stuff. We have yet to sort of engage any of that in a meaningful way, but it's coming for sure.
You should go on the Watts website. They have a whole certification process. It's pretty cool. Check it out. You know, it's something definitely because that's the thing I'll tell everyone, you know, while the rest of the chat talks about
misgendering. What are you guys doing over there?
Misgendering and communism, apparently. So it's like we're having two different podcasts at once. Like we're having a conversation of just like what's up. These guys are like just basically like singling
Tell
out
us about
which
the Bolsheviks.
which one is the racist and which one aren't. Like, you know, it's like, well, let's figure it out. See which one of us should hate the other one. So
I'm the racist.
whatever.
Line it up
it's like, guys, just here we go. Do bidets prevent skid marks on? Nope, they're gonna.
No, they don't.
Anyway, but yeah, so that's a cool system to have. So, but
and do you? Oh, so okay. So have you done all three? Have you worked all by yourself at one time? Like you're just like your own, like your own dude. I'm plumb dangerous, and we whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you've worked for the big guys. You've taken the next star, cult, porn, sell it all, finance it all.
Just the full Monty.
And now you're into sort of the hybrid of.
And I was like a top seller too at one point too. So like I was real bad.
What was your best year?
So I never stayed long with these companies. That was the other thing because they offer bonuses.
Oh, so you took your bonus and bailed?
Yeah, I was that guy.
She's not Plumber Page anymore, Max. She's All Trades Page. So she's at an electrician's conference right now. She's busy.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your longest stay? Like less than a year?
Usually I would stay anywhere from 6 to 8 months. And then I'd quit, and then I'd usually try to go back around like the next year because sometimes they'd give me another bonus. And I'd usually stay on 4 or 5 months, and then
piss off and go work for someone else.
Yeah. I got fired from one place, you know, but the reason why I got fired was because they wanted me to run a call on a holiday. And I was like, no, like it was New Year's Day. I was eating breakfast with my family, and they were like, one of the owners, one of the brothers. I worked for one. You know, you hear the joke of like, don't ever work for a red flag is don't ever work for a plumbing company that's and Sons. I worked for a company that was an and Sons, and
it's me and my son. So don't come work for me; it'll be bad.
Well, I mean, I'm just these guys. Well, this guy would like call you, and he'd be like, "Hey, you got to go run a call," and I was like, "Nah, like it's a holiday. Like I have the day off," and he's like, "I don't care if it's day off or not. My buddy's, you know, his sewer ejector pump's backed up. I need you to go out there and unclog it." And I was like, "Dude, like I'm eating breakfast with my family, and it's a holiday. Our office is shut down." And he goes, "I don't give a fuck." And I was just like, "Oh, here we go." Like, you take my truck to my shop. They fired me because of it, and then claimed that I quit. And I was just like, whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a wild world. One of the best things and worst things about the trade is it's still a bit of the Wild West.
Oh, right?
Yeah. Where you run across all sorts of characters.
Oh, well, you just usually run across, you get the stereotypical like toxic business owner. The guy's never in the field, or when he is, he's in, board shorts and flip flops, clacking around, telling everybody good job and his brand new like Ford truck, and that's it, and then just runs you 50, 60, 70. Dude, I used to work 70, 80 hours a week. Like it was just, if you were on call for this and Sons company, like it was a nightmare. I worked one time from like 12 in the morning, got home at like 4, went to sleep, got up at 8, went back, worked again till 12 in the morning, went home, got called out at 3 in the morning. Like it was, by Friday, I had cussed the owner out. And he was like, go home and get some sleep. And then at 12 in the afternoon, they called me and said, hey, you're going to come in? And I was like, no, I'm exhausted. So
do they, I mean, do they pay you for all that time? Do they bonus you out on all that stuff? Or?
I mean, you get time and a half. But here's the thing also, and this is what I've learned, and like I said, I hypothetically, like, how many of y'all, especially the ones that are trying to be smart pants in here talking all politically, how many of y'all can say that you know your labor law? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't.
Yeah.
Because I didn't.
Yeah.
Until hypothetically, I might have been involved in a lawsuit that involved, labor law.
Yeah. No,
And it's
until
wild.
you're in it and you have to know it, right? Then it's like you don't know what your rights are and what your business has to provide, or vice versa.
Right.
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 It gets
right.
And it's province by province here, so it's got to be state by state down there.
No,
and
we have federal. We have federal labor rights that federally, if you violate, like, you get sued by federal government. You go to their court system,
really?
not the state. Yeah. So you have like some labor laws that are like, yes, state to state. Like, for instance, like in Georgia, it's you cannot stop the clock while someone's driving. So if you clock in and your guy, if you show up to shop, you clock in, you get in your work truck, you drive to your first job, and they don't pay you from your shop time till the time you got to your first call, that's illegal. Now, what they can do is they can drop that time down to minimum wage, but it's such an accounting nightmare, no one does. But there are companies that will stop the clock and start the clock, their drive time, and that's illegal in Georgia. But federally, like, for instance, you can't withhold pay from your employee for anything. You have to pay them what they work their hours. And it's a federal law. If you break that law, then it's bad.
And do you guys have minimums, or like if your first job was 15 minutes away, you get paid for 15 minutes, or what?
It does not matter. Once you clock in, like, let's say you dispatch from home, okay? So your first job, from driving from your house to your first job, correct, you will not get paid for that, okay? Because that's like driving to the shop. But let's say I went from my house to the gas station and then went to the job. From the time I left the gas station to the time I went to that first job, I'm now getting paid. That's the law in Georgia. Yeah. So, yeah.
Canada's a bit different. Ours is 3.5 hours. So if I call, like, if I send one of my boys out to, like, if it's a Monday, it doesn't matter, day, night, or whatever. If I send them, it takes them 15 minutes to do a job, and then I send them home for the day, I got to pay them 3.5 hours.
Oh, you have to pay them labor for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how it is in the United States.
Yeah.
If you come into my shop and I send you to a job and it took you 15 minutes and I have no more work for you, then you just go home and I just pay you for that 15 minutes. Yeah, that's it. That's all you got, boss. That's it. That's all she wrote. Welcome to capitalism. Trickle down economics.
Welcome to communism up here. We got to pay, and we fight. We have the, like, it doesn't happen all that often, but easily a dozen times a year, some customer like, bro, you were here for an hour. I'm like, dude, I got to pay him 3.5 hours. That's no. Like,
why do you think Walmart hires a bunch of part-time employees in the Americans? You don't have to pay your health insurance if I only work you 30 hours.
Yeah, cut you off, and then for those guys, the savings are in the billions, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, hold on. Buddy said not in Massachusetts. So let me rephrase that. Georgia is a what they call, so you have right to work, and you have ready to work, and then you have unionized states, right? So Georgia is what they call a ready to work state, meaning that you can be union or you can just not, just work. So it might be different, like in Massachusetts, because they actually have a lot. Their plumbing code is the strictest plumbing code out of all the plumbing codes in the United States, FYI. But
Massachusetts is?
Yeah, they have their own. They have their own standard. So, yeah. So like UPC and National Standard and IPC. I'm under IPC. Like our standards are a little bit lighter but Massachusetts does not. But yeah, that might be different. If it's a unionized state, there might be minimums for them. But for a right to work state or a ready to work state, nah. You come in, I work you for 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to pay. Yeah. It's worse if like you're a server because you rely on your tips and stuff so much. So like if it's a slow day, and you get cut early, like, oh, dude, that's just like a kick in the dick. You made no fucking money. You were there for like 2 hours just rolling up fucking forks and knives in a paper towel, making $2.13 an hour. Like,
I don't even know how that works. I've heard that story. Like, we've gone, you go on a holiday down to the States. They're like, please tip your server. We live on it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're making $22 an hour. Like, nope. I'm making like $1.50 an hour.
$2.13. Yep. Yep. They make enough to cover the taxes on their 40 hours. That's what that is. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. It's funny as hell, man. So yeah, that's why, like, if you're there for like an hour or two, you're just like, I hate my life and everything. Yeah.
And so you don't have to pay that guy to go home either down there.
What do you mean pay him to go home? I paid him. He showed up. I'm going to give him the money that he showed up. He's done. Once he's clocked out, that's not my problem. That's how the United States works when it comes to employment. Once that clock is out, like, if you, like, that's not my problem. Like,
really?
Professionally. Yeah. Yeah.
That's insanity.
Now, if I wanted to be a nice boss, and I'm like, dude, I got to let you go home early, but listen, I'll give you 4 hours of pay, or hey, go clean up the shop a little bit. I'll give you a half day's pay and stuff, you know. But that's a conscious thing. And I will be honest with you, I can't speak for the rest of the United States, but Georgia, like, that conscience is gone once you get the title of master plumber and business owner.
Yeah.
They're like, who can I not take to dinner and just fuck in the trades, specifically plumbing? Oh, you can do a water heater in an hour and a half? Let me pay you $15 an hour and tell you I'll pay you a 10% commission and then withhold everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can get into that. Like, that's where this private equity shit is going, right? Like, those guys are going to buy everybody and say, we now own it all. And here's they'll lobby the government to say, this is what we're going to pay these guys. And then you're fucked. And there's nowhere else to work.
No, because you have the union. And the union will stomp that out pretty quick. So you have to remember that unionized states here in the United States. Sorry, if you hear like a car driving, it's because I live next to a busy road and I have street racers at night. I'm on my back porch, so so you have unionized states.
It's minus 30 out there right now. Just so
minus 30. It's like 72 degrees in Georgia, but like next week it's going to be like 10. So it's just that's Georgia. If you live in Georgia or you've been to Georgia for a while, like, you understand that we have sometimes all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
So, but so that would stop that. Now, are they getting away with it? Yes, I can tell you the name of a company that is owned by a Canadian municipal, retirement fund that is a big hitter in here, but I'm not going to. And it's just it's showing. But here's the thing, though: with victories come failures. So you have companies that they will these companies will sell them, and they can fluff the numbers, and then once the company buys it, the techs leave, or it's a good company, but the techs don't, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. And this is something that, like, I'm really trying to pioneer and trying to kind of root for 2026 is that people don't know how to do what we do. And even more so, it's like, cool, you watch a YouTube video and you learn how to change a flapper and fill valve, but plumbing is more than that. You know what I mean? It's just not.
It is way more than that.
And it's funny to me that we have these people that say all day long, well, I can do this and I make a handyman page. Some of them are good because they're just mechanically inclined and they should just be in the trades in general, or they're already in the trade. So it's an easy transfer of skill set, But these, like, customers that I deal with, like, they don't know how to do any of this stuff. And it's just funny to me how we're so looked down on, but it's like, my water is on right now. It's like when we get freezes in Georgia, we bury our water line 6 inches below frost line. So it's 12 inches. So a foot in the ground. And I'll be honest with you, like most Georgia plumbers are like, man, I'd do about 10, as long as the inspector don't care, I'd do about 10. And we get freeze snaps all the time. And you get all these people that are like mad that their water line froze, and then they're like, why did it freeze? And you're like, well, it wasn't far enough in the ground. And they're like, well, why didn't you do that farther in the ground? And I'm like, whoa, I'm not the one who put your water line in, dumbass. Yeah. Like, this house was built in 1972, not my problem. But I get frustrated with these people because it's like we give them the power and we shouldn't. And that's what's frustrating to me. Like when I talk to a customer, I don't do this in a rude way, but I'm a 43-year-old guy. I'm not going to call a 38-year-old guy Mr. Smith. I'm going to call him Steve, his first name. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't do that. Oh, hey, Mr. Smith, how are you? Is it okay if my van's parked out there in the street? Here's my little iPad. Let me show you your good, better, best options. Like, no, I don't do that shit. Like, hey, Steve, how are you? I'm Justin. Let me, what you got going
Yeah.
on? Tell me what's going on. Let's see if we can figure this out together. And it just gets frustrating. That people feel like they are better than us.
It's been that I will fully admit I've been at it for 40 years now, and there's Sukaris. Hello, Sukaris. I've seen the change from where it was we were absolutely, for lack, and it sounds dramatic, but whatever, that we were second-class citizens to now and maybe it's just because of sort of the tenure that me personally have gotten to, that we and the boys, certainly in the fields that we work on, are far more appreciated and maybe even revered for the stuff that we can fix in a timely manner. I don't even know where I was going with that, but they
not being a salesman.
Yeah, like you could when we show up and I tell you there's a problem with something, I'm like, dude, I'm not messing around. I'm not trying to sell you shit. Like, either fix this or don't. And if you don't fix it, you got 6 months, and it's going to cost you another 20 G's. So you decide, where you want to spend your dollars.
Yeah,
and go off. So, I mean, I guess that's good to hear. I certainly hear lots of the horror stories, and maybe that's, I'm speaking out my ass when I say I don't know how strong the union is on the west side of the state, because those guys, there was one guy on here who's sort of gone dark in the last couple of months, but he was saying that.
Who you talking about?
What's his name? He's one of those dudes that changes his handle every 3 months, so I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know. Mine's always been the same. I changed the profile picture. That's about it. And I did that because of an influencer. I had to change my profile picture because of an influencer that was a fitness, Scotty K Fitness. I don't know if you know who that guy is.
Oh yeah,
dude. He was all big Fallout stuff, and I was a big fan of his. Dude, he kind of cleared it up. It's still kind of the stuff but he did kind of clear the air, but the whole thing is that, he stepped away from kind of that Fallout figure. But while that was going on, I kind of got some heat on.
Oh, did you get
TikTok.
some heat on it?
Yeah, dude. And I was like, bro, I know I follow him, but damn, I only have 10K followers on there. I'm not big. Some dude was like, I would change my profile picture if I was you. And I was just like, all right, well, it's probably time for a change anyways. So I just I made ChatGPT. I threw my picture in there, and I was like, make me into a cool plumber, and it made that, and I was like, whatever, and I just uploaded it.
Well, as I said in my little intro today, I'm like, well, I don't know who the hell that dude is, but I know who that is.
Yeah,
ChatGPT, which is what it does, sexies everybody up quite a bit. So
okay. Dude, I think that this whole ChatGPT thing is the laughing stock and such a failure of this thing was gonna revolutionize everything we did, and all we've seen are memes with Anakin and Padme and her boobs bigger, and JD Vance super fat with an afro glow dancing, and these crazy ones where the people are normal, and then they're blah, 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 blah. They're just disintegrating, and you're just oh my god, you're traumatizing yourself while watching this, and I'm just what is the point of this? What was I have ChatGPT and I use it on a very surface level usage, but I've read stories of people asking it medical advice or investment advice, and I'm what are you doing? This is so dumb. You know.
Well, if you listen to Elon, in 3 years, it's gonna take over the whole entire world.
Dude, Max Childs finally said something fucking funny. Jesus,
what do you think?
Dude. Finally, you finally said something fucking decent and funny out of every dumb thing you've said in here. That is actually funny. Because I'd probably use that too and make mine a little bigger. So, the ladies. But damn.
I'm sure
that's the line you need to stay on, Max Childs. Right there. Stop going left, stop going right. Just right there. Right at the dick pics.
Clean up your dick pic, man.
Just right
Make
there.
Make it all whatever you want to do. Make it all veiny, whatever the chicks like. I don't know.
Yeah. No, but you know, you know, it's funny to me. We were talking about that, and I was just like, yeah, I just find it, and they might be implementing it in other aspects where, you know, it is being utilized, you know, for the betterment and everything. But for at least the modern day, like everyman like us, like this shit is just dumb. Like I can't tell you how many advertisements that you'll see of like other like chat, you know, AI nonsense, like photo filter, like put yourself on a beach. And it's just like, I don't want to. Like,
No,
you know.
I do. I think it's child's play. And I was doing some research on it. A single chat GPT query uses as much energy as a light bulb for 30 minutes. Like it's just killing, like it's sucking up all the juice.
Hell yeah. America.
And it's going to be the same fucking thing as the EV cars, right? Like, okay,
hell yeah,
man.
brother. Hell yeah. Get all the cobalt, man. Fuck well, yeah, brother.
You guys have opened 3 Mile Island again. Did you hear that? Like they're turning it in. Yeah, you're turning it back into a nuclear power plant for AI.
Fuck like, yeah.
What's gonna go wrong there?
Nah, man. It's gonna make everything better.
Nobody's gonna ever have to work again, Justin. That's just how it's gonna go. Like it's over.
They don't work anyway, so what the fuck's the point?
Those guys don't. They obviously got time on their hands to do all the shady shit they're doing.
All the customers, when I go to their house, they're working from home. Like I'm just like, cool. Like, which I mean, I can't complain because I mean, with the company I work with, there are days that I also have to like be on calls or Zoom meetings or I'm emailing or making like a module or something, and so I'm also at home. But I can also be called out to go run calls. So
yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. And so how many calls are you running a week? Or is it slowing down? Like if you got techs in the field or are you the tech in the field?
I'm one. So I myself and then I have a coworker, but I can't gauge that because my schedule is like not your stereotypical service schedule. But I can tell you that I have one of my buddies is doing well, but he just picked up a contract with a property management group, which is kind of good. But I guess those kind of go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I got another buddy of mine, but he does more new construction and high-end remodel and renovation. So he's been doing some new construction stuff in a neighborhood, but he says it's been slow. Like they're not really trying to like meet deadline. They don't really have deadlines. They're just building each home as it's being purchased. So they're kind of doing that. I have two friends that still work for like the kind of big names in Georgia and everything, and they say it's been real up and down. And I know, historically service plumbing, especially commission service plumbing, is feast or famine, but they're saying it's kind of more famine than feast. Really? So they're saying when there's feast, it's good because they're doing like water filtration, they're doing like tankless installs, PRVs, they're doing a couple of toilet replacements, but then it's like 3 or 4 days, nothing.
Yeah.
So you kind of get up and down.
It is an interesting time, even for us. Like we're always busy, but usually we're doing, anywhere between 12 to 16 calls a day. And then we've had a few, mostly because it's been so warm, where we're only doing 4 or 5. And the boys are freaking out. And now we're back up to, it's been crazy the last couple of days. So it's pretty hard to gauge what the hell's going on.
So I gauge it with hirings. I try to look at companies that are hiring or seeing if companies are hiring, things like that. And I'll tell you that, Indeed's a good resource for that to kind of see what's what and who's hiring, at least in Georgia. And I'm not seeing a lot. And that's what concerns me. And when I've asked a couple of my friends, like, hey, you don't hire? And they're like, no, we don't. And a lot of guys don't want to leave where they're at right now because they don't know if they will make that somewhere else.
Mm. So it's people aren't moving, you mean?
No, I'm meaning like guys aren't like quitting to go work at other places, or people aren't hiring because they need more techs so that they have enough work. Like right now, like they're just kind of all staying on, it's plateauing out basically. Yeah.
So According to your big man, you guys, the economy's never been better. Is that not true? Not true.
No, it's not. None of it's true. None of it's true. There is nothing that any of these people say that is true. Nothing. It's not. Our economy is not better. I pay. You don't even want to know my grocery bill. I mean, you know it. Well, I don't
do
know.
know it.
I mean, no. I mean, it's not. I mean, but it's not. Bitcoin is down 61,000. I think is where it was at, or 65. There's not been a correction yet.
And do you think nobody knows the answer to this, but is there a correction coming? Or is,
there could be. I mean, with Bitcoin, it doesn't run it doesn't run off a market. So here's my thing. I don't know anything about stocks. I mean, I do know about stocks, but I just don't, and I don't invest in them. I do invest in Bitcoin because it is up and down right now. But I, like others on here, invest in a different type of stock, and that is either some sort of TCG, if you understand what that is, Pokémon or One Piece. Yeah, there
really?
you go. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, buddy, is that
the market. Is that like the what do they call those things? The was it the Nifties? What do they call those things?
The what?
What are those digital fucking pictures that were super popular like 5 years ago?
I don't know what that is.
What are those things called? Somebody in the chat, tell me what those things were.
We don't know what those are.
I just saw a meme for Jake Paul bought one for like $900,000 and it's worth like $117.
You're talking about
NFT.
You're talking about
NFTs.
NFTs. Yeah, no, fuck that. No, that's stupid. You can't play with those. You can't go to tournaments and win tournaments.
You're doing Pokemon cards like straight up.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen the market on these things? No, I love it. Do you know that the Pokemon market, you can grow your money 500% more than the S&P?
Shut up. So
serious. Look it up.
Okay, give it to me.
Look it up.
So if I go out tomorrow and buy a fucking Pokemon card, I don't even know where I would buy one, but I'll go buy one.
See, here's the thing. Tell me. If once you rip that first pack, it's game over, bro. Like it's game. I'm telling you, it's game over. You think it's not. You're like, oh, this is dumb. And then you hit that first full art or that first SIR or that IR, and you're like, what is this? How much is this worth? And you find out this card's worth like $100, and you're like, I paid $4 for this pack of cards.
You're telling me that I'm gonna have to apologize to Terrence, to the impetus, because he's going to card shows selling cards because it's going so well?
I mean,
okay, I'm gonna take that as a no.
Let me put it this way. No, I agree that you should. Let me put it this way. So, as someone that is a father, and is sort of head of household, my wife's a nurse, so she could kill me in my sleep. So,
yeah.
Head of household, and just in general, I wanted to get in this, so when I was younger, I played Pokemon like every child does. And I kind of got stepped away from it. I had my cards for a while. I got hoodwinked by like a former friend. He bought them for me for like $200. Found out I had like $50,000 probably in cards. And then I slowly got back into it. And at first it was like, you buy cards.
I'm looking this up. Okay,
look it up.
I'm looking at it, man.
I cannot. Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. So your buddy ripped you off. He sold it to you for $200,
for instance,
I
ripped a pack and I pulled a card that was like $20, and then in 3 weeks that same card was worth $60. So I sold it. So I paid $4 for a pack of cards.
To who?
I bought it from a Pokemon vending machine. I got a card that at the time was worth like $20, but then that card became popular, so then it became about $60, and then I sold it. So I made $55, basically.
And you called it the TCG.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, so Hammett knows what's up. And
who did you sell it to?
And I sold it to a guy on a marketplace.
So did you have to mail it to him, or did he come to your house with $60 for your stupid card?
I don't. Why would I bring a stranger to my house?
Dude, I don't know. I'm asking a question. I don't know.
I met him like any respectable human does for any type of drug deal. I met him in a shady gas station parking lot and made it as awkward as fuck.
You didn't know if you were buying meth, pussy, or a trading card.
I don't know. I knew this guy knew what he was buying, and I knew what I was selling. We both knew what was up. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, but that's only a Pokemon card that is what we call a raw single. Then you have graded cards.
Grade A cards.
Graded cards that you send into grading companies.
I'm literally on the TCG Player website. Is that what I'm supposed to be on?
Oh, that's TCG Player. You don't need that. Just Google Pokemon. Just type in Pokemon cards. Just type in your Google search, or I don't know. Do you guys Canada has Google, or do you have like use Bing?
No, we have Google.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah. See, Heat Pump Heroes knows what's up. So does Hammett.
Where did you buy them? I type in Pokemon cards.
Yep.
I literally I can buy them on Amazon, eBay.
Yep. Don't buy them off Amazon.
Walmart.
Don't ever buy them off Amazon.
Oh, no. Okay. You hear that, people? Don't buy them off Amazon.
No, they already know. They already know. You either want to go to your local card shop, which is the LCS, and pay market, which is not MSRP. You can try to find a Pokemon vending machine to get these at MSRP, and you can try your Target or Walmart. But most scalpers and resellers have already beat you to it because they know the schedules of the restockers. I'm telling you, bro, you want to go down a rabbit hole? You want to go down a fun rabbit hole? Go down this Pokemon rabbit hole. I'm telling you. In 6 months' time, you're going to drop like 20 pounds, and your bank account's going to be at like $10. But you're going to have all this inventory of all this sealed product. You have PC-10s, Beckett's, CGCs, like everything.
How many cards do you got, bro?
Raw singles.
I don't know.
Like somewhere around maybe 200, 300. And
really?
Then, yeah. And then.
So you got you're telling me you got like $2,000 of inventory. Is that a legitimate number?
I mean, I have like 10 grand of inventory.
10 grand of inventory. Okay.
Some of it, like I think like 4 or 5 grand is in what we call sealed product, which is product I have not opened that you. So Pokemon comes in waves. So when they have a set release, that set will ride out for a while. Sometimes it'll be a couple of years. Sometimes it'll be a few months, depending upon what this set is and where we are at in the Pokemon world. Because there's multiple aspects that play in the Pokemon market, and it's not just the cards. It's the cards, it's the video game, and it's the TV series. All of that affects your value of your cards up and down. See, these guys are just talking about surface level stuff, like weighing packs. Yeah, you can't weigh packs now, but apparently Ascended Heroes, you'll be able to weigh the packs.
Scented Heroes?
Ascended Heroes. That's the newest set being released right now that everybody wants. So
are there new Pokemon? I thought we caught them all.
No, I mean, yes, there is new Pokemon, but right now we're in between like primary sets because Scarlet and Violet is ending and Wind and Waves is starting. So right now we're in the Mega Evolution period, or the Legends ZA period, as they call it. That's like kind of a side game. So like the main game is about to come out. You do understand that the playing card game, the TCG game, the children's TCG game, Pokemon TCG, which stands for trading card game, you do understand that it's a world championship. And when you go there, like if you get in what are called the top cuts, like you walk away with like $100,000 and merch that you can sell for an additional 100. The winner of the Pokemon International TCG tournament wins $1 million, and then they give them a card that's also worth $1 million, and that is because of Logan Paul, by the way, many moons ago when he started this like tradition that they kept on, the Pokemon company kept on with, and that is you go and you win like $2 million.
So Logan Paul actually has done something good for this world. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say good. I would say that professionally, Logan Paul has helped fluff the financial market of Pokemon now, because what he is doing now is that he has jumped over into the One Piece TCG market, and he is causing huge inflections there. That is why Terrence is selling what he is selling, because he's making triple or 10 times or 100 times sometimes of the amount that he initially spent. It's wild. It's the wildest thing. And that's with graded cards and with raw cards. But with the One Piece TCG community, they're kind of fighting back because it's more players than collectors. Because I play the One Piece TCG. That one's a little more adult, a little more fun, in my opinion. I play Pokemon too, but I prefer the One Piece one. So
is there skill involved in this, or is it like winning the lottery?
Yeah, so you take the aspect out of like the fantasy creatures and the like anime superpowers and stuff, and what it is it's a strategy game where you have pieces of a puzzle that you're trying to put together faster than your opponent is. So that's the whole method. Now with Pokemon, it's more like 50% luck, 50% skill, but like with One Piece TCG, it's like 70% skill, 30% luck. Magic the Gathering is like almost 100% skill because you can have as many cards as you want in that fucking deck. And they just, yeah. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so complex that like they can just one-shot you and end you completely. And then you have, for our super nerdy friends in here that know what I'm about to say, you have Weiss Schwarz, which is even a harder fucking TCG game to play, but it's really good because Weiss Schwarz is all about the setup, like setting up your cards to make like one big combo or attack. So I just showed my nerd side more so than I wanted to.
Listen, man, we started off with Nexstar.
Yep.
Swung into Israel for a minute.
No. They swung into Israel.
They swung into
swing
Israel.
In there. I don't know why the fuck you would come into there and start throwing stuff like that. But I was like, nah, that's not. It's bad. So.
And now you're telling me. So is it? It's basically Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
Dungeons and Dragons is an RPG, which is a role-playing game.
Yeah.
You design and develop a character, and then as you progress through an adventure, or dungeon crawl as we call it, you either level up or you're already leveled up, and you have an adventure with or without your friends, depending upon who's with you. Like Pokemon and One Piece are cards, trading cards from a television series that have certain abilities or traps or, attacks or defenses that can help give or pull in this strategy game. Remember that game Civilization that you used to play on the board and stuff? Imagine that as cards. That's what Pokemon and One Piece and Magic the Gathering and all these trading card games are basically, like some sort of strategy game. It's all about the mind, So that's why people play these games. That's why, people make fun of these kind of like quote unquote nerdy kids that play these games. But these kids are incredibly smart, and this is what they like to do as just like a warm up for their brain for like other things. So Colin the Plumber says, "I'm just here for the Pokemon crash course. Which one would you want? You want the TCG, the investor, the scalper, or the player? Which version do you want? Because there's a bunch." Depending upon what you want to do with your money.
Listen, man, I'll tell you. So this has nothing to do with it, but it reminds me when it was, I don't know, a decade ago. I decided I was
We're here for the drama. We got Pokemon.
Pokemon, exactly right.
Sorry, I failed you, Timberwolf Plumbing.
I decided a decade ago I was going to do beekeeping. And I thought that I was gonna make $1 million because I didn't know a single beekeeper. I'm like, dude, honey's huge, blah 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 blah. Anyway, there's like 8 levels deep on that shit where it's crazy. It's like plumbing, right? Like you think it's flappers and plug toilets, and you're like, man, like you could go 8 levels deep. Like it's never ending on the complexities of all that stuff. And anyway, and it's the same with my stupid bees, and clearly. It's the same with Pokemon, which I'd never thought in my entire life.
Oh, yeah. And listen,
I'd have a civilized conversation about.
Yeah, and listen, I know it sounds crazy at first. I know it does. I didn't believe it either. But I'm telling you, there's a whole market to it. There's a whole way to see future predictions of your cards and stuff. There's a whole way to just it's wild. Like it really is. And so and I want to say this. So one of my businesses that I do is that's what it is. I have an LLCs and stuff that I buy and sell trading cards and stuff, not just Pokemon, but then I also play, and a lot of that money I can use as a tax write-off, because I'm using it as a quote-unquote business. I know, wild, right? Because I'm buying a product and reselling it, so I can classify that as.
Do you have an actual Pokemon company?
Well, not a Pokemon company, but I have
whatever.
I have
that
like
you run all your numbers through.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have like a basic LLC for it. Yeah. It's wild. My accountant was the one that was like, if you're going to do this, run it through an LLC. And I was like, why? And he's like, because you can have a tax write-off on it. He's like, if you're buying product and selling it, he's like, we can show that as like a resell. So now some states require a license. I don't think Georgia does. So, or at least he didn't say anything yet. So it's like one of those, like, it's better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. So it's not the first time I've owed the IRS money. Whoops. I don't know how Canada does that, but for here, I'm just like, how many years I got before I got to pay you? 3? We're going to wait that limit out. So
yeah, ours is the CRA, and they're just as nasty as IRS.
Yeah. Okay. So but so, and that's what I'm saying is that, like, that's like, the whole, like, kind of poking at Terrence and stuff. Like, he's just an entrepreneur. He's just a business owner that just wants to grow his wealth and his portfolio. It's one of his things. It's one of his passions. And that's what makes like, I guess, like, the trading card community so cool, is that they can take a hobby and actually profit off it if you do it correctly. You can also, like, the lottery this is basically gambling. You can also, like, completely bankrupt yourself, and seriously, there are people that, like, have, like, lost their house, or like their spouses left them because they just could not stop. Like, they're buying all, like, when I post on Marketplace.
You hear that, Terrence? Slow the fuck down, man.
Well, Terrence is kind of like me. He's one of the sellers, so he's one of the dealers to the. But again, the One Piece community is more players than. If you notice, Terrence doesn't have a lot of graded cards, so you don't see.
Dude, I don't know nothing.
Well,
I literally just made fun of him when he's changing cards. I'm like,
if I could go grab one, I would, but I'm not going to. But they're cards that are sealed in a plastic, like a plastic, like, little container thing.
Yeah.
And they're graded. They're sealed in there. They have a certain grade, and they hold a value. Some of these cards, like, the Charizard or the Illustrator Pikachu that Logan Paul just sold for, I think, $13.5 million.
Oh my!
I think was what it was. I think 13.5 million. My wife's like stomping off. Was no, I don't think so. I think she's. I think my daughter and her friend have gone like through the neighborhood. We have a safe neighborhood, but
16.4.
Yeah, $16.4 million was what he sold that card, that shiny cardboard. Well, it's not even shiny cardboard, because that's one of the vintage cards. That card alone is what kind of changes the market and in a good way right now. But there's been a lot of shady stuff that he's done, But the whole TCG market, man, yeah, you could flip, if you do it the right way. You could turn $100 into $1,000 in like a few months. I know, you're just shaking your head. You're like, that's wild, but you're reading it. I know you are.
I'm looking at the card right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I'm telling you, Google it. They have, I think the Wall Street Journal wrote an article on it.
No, I'm looking at it right now. I'm on MSN right now.
Yeah.
$16 million for a stupid on February 16th.
Yeah. Well, it did have a full diamond necklace go with, but I think the diamond necklace was only
worth. It was 75.
How much?
I'm looking at it. Says the diamond necklace was worth $75,000.
Yeah, diamond necklace was worth $75,000. The rest of it was the card and the PSA.
The rest of the card. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not even a real PSA 10 because it has damage on it, and people point that out all the time. But he has
an Illustrator card.
Yeah, it's a very rare card. It was given out in the early days of Pokemon. Pokemon cards, like vintage cards, are worth so much money. It's wild. But it's been around, the market's been around for like 10, 15 years. And Pokemon's been around. We're about to celebrate the 30th anniversary.
Listen, my kids were into it. I just didn't ever.
If they have their cards still, they probably might be sitting on a secret fortune and don't even know it.
Maybe. We're gonna have to bring that up in our Monday morning meeting.
Yeah. You might have to be like, hey, who's got their Pokemon cards? Yeah.
What the hell?
Who's got your Pokemon cards? So.
Bought by Timberwolf AJ Sacramucci, whoever the hell that is. Who's that?
I don't know who that. It's some rich little prick kid that has $16.4 million to buy that card. Like,
I don't know who that is, but
that's
crazy.
Just wait for Sunday. McJesus rookie cards are going up in value. I'd buy those.
Jesus. Have you watched how are the Olympics? Are you watching the Olympics? Do you even care about the Winter Olympics in Georgia?
I have 4 children and my wife's a night nurse, so I don't get to do anything on the television until like 10 o'clock at night. And at that point, I'm either playing Rocket League or Warframe because I don't do Call of Duty and I haven't found anyone that wants to do some Arc Raiders or some Helldivers. So
there you go.
Yeah.
My kids are into Isaiah and Peter are into Helldivers. I think that that's certainly I've heard that, and I'm literally showing my age.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's just I don't know. Do you game? Do you play video games?
No.
No. It's a good stress relief, man. It's good. I'm telling you. Unless you get on chat and you have like some 12-year-old kid calling you everything under the sun.
Dude, I think I played. I played like the Nintendos and the Segas, and would kick my kids' butts until they were like 14, and then played some Halo, and they were sniping me. As soon as I stick my head around the corner and be dead, I'm like, okay, F you. I'm done.
That was me. It's fun now. It's fun now because now you get these kids that will do like a 360 in the air and just pull the trigger. It's called the 360 no scope, and they just take you out. And you're like, how did you even hit that shot? Like that's that's ridiculous. And then they call you like they either call you like the N-word or they tell you they're gonna have sex with your mom. But I told some kid, I was like, dude, my mom's like 78 years old. Do you really want to do that? And they didn't know what to say. He was like, well, I was like, bro, I mean, I can get this done for you. I was like, but I'm telling you.
I take enough shade on Instagram for being an old man. I don't think I could. I don't think my ego could handle gaming with some 12-year-old lighting me up all over the place. So I'll stick with the environment that I'm familiar with. I think.
Yep. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, they say there's like they have stuff like handled, but they don't. Like they if they don't get you like on the mic, they get you in the chat like log thing because they can also like text you and stuff. And they're just spelling things weird, but you can read it and see it. And you're just like, where are your parents?
Where there's a will, there's a way, man. The more barriers they put up, the more fences they break. That's just how that thing goes, man.
Yep.
Came here for plumbing and learn all about. Sorry, man. We have no control on where these things go.
We don't. I'm sorry. There's not like some drama. We're not screaming at each other. You know, we hashed it out. We were cool and we're good now. And Baker's kind of got something going. You know, he's revealing these things.
Am I?
I mean, kind of. You're getting there. You know, you're just the tip. Like you're almost there.
A little bit deeper, and we'll open the vault. Maybe.
Drain cleaning is not plumbing. And go. In my opinion, drain cleaning is plumbing because you technically have to have a license in Georgia to do drain cleaning. But also in Georgia, you could run your own handyman business without a license, without liability insurance, without a business license. You can just give people your phone number, go on Nextdoor, Facebook, and the government won't stop you until you get caught. If you get caught.
Listen, anybody that says that it's not plumbing is retarded. It's the original plumber. What else do you call a plumber for? Back in the day. That's what started the whole fucking thing. It's clearing the drain.
True.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that was the Roto-Rooter guy, though. Because the Roto-Rooter guy was the one. Because I mean, I don't know. I've never done. I heard stories about rotting a drain line, you know.
That's where I started with a fucking coil.
Just trying to poking at shit.
Yeah. Pounding it through.
It fucking sucks. You're just compacting a blockage to push through it.
It was bad. It was bad. When the first machine I ever bought, I was like, "This is a godsend," and it was the worst machine ever. Like it would rip your dick.
First machine? Was it one of the old ones that like?
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, it was a huge contraption, and every time you used it, it threatened to rip your dick off because you had to get in there close to make it work, and if it caught your pants the right way, you're like, oh.
It was the early sectional machines. Yeah, so it was early sectionals. Yeah, those things were a nightmare.
seriously, you took your life. You're certainly your fingers in your hands, and you're into. You always ended up with a bruise. That's just how it
Yep.
went.
Yep. Or get hit in the
So
face with a cable because it binds
yeah,
up.
yeah, that was terrible.
Someone
Terrible
invite
stuff.
Matt to get it going. Man, Matt don't have time for this stuff. You see what he's doing? He's got Mo and Larry right now. He's killing it.
Dude, he's killing it, man.
Dude, I mean, he is working night and day.
Yep. Wow, he's got those twins, man. He's got.
Dude, and that's the thing. He's doing it the smart way. You know, he's taking all that money that he's making off social media. Well, I don't know. The rumor mill is right now, because I don't really make any money. All the money that I make is either on Facebook or when I do these like brand things. I don't get paid for my video views or anything. But hold on, we got a motorcycle go by my house. We get that at night. I know that a lot of the guys that do make money, they're like, it's like a third of what they used to be making.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it was, and I don't, it's been a while since me and Matt have sort of connected on that sort of stuff, but we did that live, I'll say a year ago. Mm-hmm. And he said his revenue was down by half. Like the first year, he was like, dude, this is my job. Yeah. I'm going to be a fucking influencer and pound it out. And then Facebook's like, no, we're going to start throttling you back, bro.
Yeah. Well, I was making off my videos and photos on Facebook like about 2 years ago. I was making anywhere from like 800 to 1,000 about. And then one day it was just went under.
Yeah. Per month.
Yeah.
Per post.
Well, no, per month. Oh God, I wish per post. No, per month. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So, but now it's like a third of that.
Canada, you can't make money off of it.
Yeah, and that's what sucks, dude. Like Vader told me that too. That you can't make money there. And I was like, dude, what do you mean that America's the only one that offers? So you don't make any. So any of these Canadian people, influencers, they're not making any money. So everything's through brand deals.
Everything's through brands. That's the only way they make money.
But that's the thing, though. That's the path they're going now. I think now that we're going to see the media platforms pull back, but the ad platforms push more. Because on TikTok, I get hit up by everybody, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to sell bras. Like I don't know why you message me that. And it's funny because like they message me that they'll message me like they'll be like, we love your content. I'm like, what aspect of my content does it say that I should like sell like face moisturizer? The Dribbins, like, is that it? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get it. So, but everything's marketing now. Everything's sales and marketing. If you notice that, everything is. Every other video on TikTok is an ad on here. Yep. Every other reel is another ad. I've got people hitting me up wanting me to sell their intuitive AI, app. They want me to. It's just and listen, I'm for it, but here's my thing, because I'm about to be posting some stuff. Like, I'm not going to sell a product if I don't like it or if it doesn't make sense for my platform.
I'm with you 100%.
And that's
I don't think you should.
Well, I'm not, because I'll let I got this cool little sewer camera. I'm actually really impressed with it. And I'm going to be making a video soon on it. And I actually like it a lot. But it's a great camera for someone that, like, doesn't want to spend the money for the name brand shit, And that's my whole thing, is that, like, this stuff's great, but, like, who has $5,600 to buy a Milwaukee, mini reel and monitor?
They're $12,000 up here. Like, everything, like, whatever you guys pay, you can add almost, like, pretty much double. So if you,
wild.
Like for a camera system for me, it's 30 G's.
Timberwolf wants to know the story about the Shiner. I guess I'll let it out of the bag now because I told people I would. Yeah. So
when did you leave Epstein Island and join the Illuminati?
Dude, I would hang myself if I joined Epstein Island. It is. Ugh. I've actually. So here's the thing. I've actually gone into the Epstein library and
it's crazy,
dude. It's awful. It is awful. And it's wild. You read some of this stuff, and you're like, "This isn't real. Like this can't be real. Like you can't tell me that this is what." And then it's like, "This can't be real." And then they release an audio thing, and you're like, "Fuck, it is real." Like, like you see this stuff, and it's just mind-boggling. But anyway, going back to like this thing, because we're not doing that same thing. Fuck them all. And not like that. The take them out front and just. Every single one of them. I don't care who it is, gone, just off with their head. Anyway, I have a 13-year-old daughter. She is very quick-witted. She is funny. She's like one of my favorite people. We get along well, and she, being 13, she likes to get out of the house and stuff. So I was going to the gas station, and there's a Subway sandwich place right there, and I kind of pull up right there, and there's a guy, probably about in his 20s or 30s, sitting there eating a sandwich by himself.
You got into a fight?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, kinda, but not the fight you'd think.
Okay.
So he's sitting there, and like my daughter just kind of looks over at him, and she just kind of starts making fun of him. And I'm like, hey, be nice. I'm like, that guy's just eating, and she's just like, oh yeah, just look at me, I'm just sitting here, just kind of being a 13 or being funny. So I get out of the car, and as every dad probably does, we think of like a quick retort that you're like, oh, I got this one I'm going to say to her. So I spun around, and I was like, kind of like really excited to like, and I don't even remember what it was because I knocked myself so hard that I knocked on my head. I spun around real quick, and I grabbed the door to open the car door, and I just I don't know why, but I moved my head like this when I opened the car door and just slammed it right in my face, dude. And the worst part was I had my glasses on, so like my sunglasses were on, they're like all crooked and messed up, and I hit myself in the face like so hard that like I had to like lay my head down, and my daughter was like, oh damn, Dad, are you okay? And I was like, just shut up. I was like, don't talk to me, don't do nothing. And when I opened my eyes, because I had to go into this I had to go to this gas station. When I opened my eyes, I could just see this knot sticking right out of my face. Like I could see this little thing there, and I was like, damn, dude. I was like, I just goose egged the side of my face, and it's gonna be black. And it was worse now. It looks a lot better than it did. So that's kind of why I haven't posted anything, and I haven't said anything on social media, because I do not want to be like, what happened?
Dude, you're the same as me. You're not making any money off your looks, so just keep posting your content no matter what's going on.
Yeah. So, but no, that's how I knocked myself. That's how I got this nice little shiner. It's just my daughter likes to tell everybody. So
that she gave it to you, or that you knocked yourself
that I
out?
slammed myself in the face with my car door. She witnessed it.
And it's her fault for razzing some poor dude that's just trying to
some dude just eating a sandwich. Just some little 13-year-old just running him through the ringer for no reason.
Yeah. No.
So
well, those women they're hardcore. You know that.
Yeah.
So,
especially mine. Mine are tough. Mine got to be tough around me, because I have my moments of insanity, as they call it, where I just like flip out and start getting loud. So, but,
that's good.
So. But anyway, well, I don't know. My whole thing with us is that for the most part, I think that we've kind of squashed the beef. That the pool boy one is, I think, what brought us together, because
I agree.
Because when I watched you make your video, I was thinking the things you were saying out loud, and I was just like, why? What? Like, I was just like, why is this? Where is this coming from? I like how he was like, F you, Baker, I'm going to get you. And then immediately was just kind of like, F you, Baker. And another thing, there's a bunch of people on the internet that I don't like. And I was like, what happened to Baker? Like,
no. There was his brain was literally, you could watch his brain short circuiting. It was the funniest thing I ever saw. He's just like, oh, and there's a bunch of others. And he starts, wait, what about me? I thought this was about me.
And then just completely, didn't say anything till the end, and then was like, but I love everybody, and I love you.
I love everybody, love everybody, and that's it. Fuck you.
Right. And I was just like, wow, that was wild. Like the roller coaster ride he took us on. So that was kind of what kind of solidifies. And like I said, and I'll say it again, like you're right there. Like I like the content. You're right there. It just, we just got to kind of get a little bit more on all this, because people need to know. Like they need to know that, like, when you sign up, when you go to these companies, and I'm not saying that's bad. If you need money and you can make a nice paycheck there, and they can train you to do better in sales, and they can train you and they can give you the what you need to get further in your life, do it. Be selfish. That's what I tell everyone. Like in this trade, and until you reach a level where you feel comfortable, where you can sort of rest on your laurels, like you have to be selfish, especially if you're a person that is also supporting others, but I agree with
your model. Like if you can work for somebody for 8 months and learn as much as you can and take as much as you can to provide for you and yours, and then repeat the cycle as often as you can to get, like you say, get to the point sorry, I cut you off there, but yeah.
No, you're fine.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah. He threatened me to, and then blocked me after I said he looks like an English bulldog. Nice. He hasn't blocked me. I don't think he even responded to that video. But anyway, but yeah, like I said, for me, it doesn't work. It's not it's a conscious thing. And it's like when I go to the 68-year-old, widow's house, that's water heater hadn't been replaced in 5 years because her husband took care of everything. And she's on a limited budget. She's on a limited income now because she doesn't get both Social Securities. She only gets one. Here comes another car if you hear it. And and it's tough to be like, all right, ma'am, well, here you go. Go ahead and sign up for this Greenway loan, and it's 120% interest rate, and you'll be paying this shit off probably till you die. Yeah. And you're gonna make $300-400 off that. And over time, it's like tough because then you start to see your mom or your grandmother or, your sister who is also a single mother who's struggling financially, Yep. Or you get the guy that like has the money but just wants to haggle you on price. Yeah. It's tough.
No, I agree. There's not, and that's the problem that I have with that system is they're like, this is the script and this is what you get. Your reverse mortgage, man. I just saw that.
So you talk about the biggest government scam ever. It's reverse mortgage. We'll pay you. Oh. Once you're fucking dead, we own that piece of property.
Exactly. I thought it's been out for a while, but I do remember when I first saw the commercials for that stuff, I was like, wait a minute, what? How does that work? Mm-hmm. Oh, they're like literally they're going to take and if you outlive it, then fucking you're out anyway. Sorry, man. There's nothing left. So thanks for your house.
They give you fair market value for your home, which is always under what the actual appraisal value is. Yeah. And then they give you a certain amount, and if you don't die during that certain amount,
you're fucking out.
We gotta rent this motherfucker to get our rent to make our price back. And then private equity comes in and buys up the whole fucking neighborhood, and they charge $3,000 per home to rent it.
Yep. No, it's as we've said, there's a lot of craziness going on, and I'll just repeat what I've said in the past. The only thing that you can really control is your own little house, and as you know, with your black eye, you don't have that much control of that either.
Nope, that's what I tell them. Like I don't do politics, and I did for a while. Like I have a degree in history. Like I went to college. Like I got introduced into construction when I was in college because I needed a job, and I didn't want to work at the local grocery store that everyone else was working at. So I got on a construction crew, and it was awesome. I learned framing because I was on a framing crew before I got into plumbing. I did concrete. I hated fucking concrete. I did roofing in August. Like it was miserable. But I learned these skill sets, and I liked it. And I dropped out of college because I was like, why am I going to pay this place, tens of thousands of dollars to maybe get a degree? And I was in history. And the only reason why I did it was because my dad was like, you got to go to college if you want to succeed. That man will still not acknowledge that I'm successful. I'm a master plumber.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and he's still he because I didn't get a college degree. He's like, you don't have a college degree. I'm like, I hold a master's license, and he's like, so, I'm like, what do you hold? You were a chef. Like, yeah, you were really good at being a chef with his life, but but that's a different conversation on a different podcast.
No, I agree. It is the stigma of sort of the baby boomers, if you will, that you had. College was the only way to success. Like this is. You do this, this, and this, and you're successful.
It worked for them. It didn't work for us. And it's not going to work anymore. And even more so now.
Oh, it's worse than ever.
Do you know why that it makes more sense to be a nurse than a doctor in this state or in America, in the United States? Sorry.
No.
Because there's less debt. When you go, my wife had zero debt when she graduated from nursing.
How many years is that? 8 or 2? Oh, 2.
She has an ASN. So in Georgia, you can have an ASN and still take the NCLEX. So she's a registered nurse, and she makes very good money, very good money. And the hospital, I mean, dude, it's wild. The laws that we have in the United States for nurses, like they get everything. They're about to open up a new wing just for, because she does the labor and delivery stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, and she does nights, so she works all night doing that. But it's incredible to me. Like the medical trade, I guess, as we call it. They don't call it
That's
that.
what it is.
We do. Yeah. And she is like, I mean, just killing it. So
And doctors, like you got, like some of that stuff is 12 to 15 years, isn't it? If you want to
yeah.
specialize.
I mean, doctors will make really good money, but they have to find their specialty, and then they have to get in it, and then they have to do a residency in it, which is a year, 2 years, sometimes depending on what it is. There's a lot that doctors like are in debt for, and nowadays even more so. Like working in a hospital is not very profitable as it is in a private practice.
Yeah.
So a lot of people move to that. Even nurses and doctors, they'll move to private practices, less hours, more money.
It's interesting because we have that problem up here where everybody's going to the States to do the private practice, practice thing.
Oh, yeah.
They get their education here, they do all their stuff, and they're like, I'm going to go challenge whatever I don't know what the nomenclature is, and then they're like, we're out. I'm gone.
And then they get here, and they're like, oh my God, I can go to Switzerland or Thailand and be a nurse out there because my license is transferable, and I can go work in these reconstructive hospitals that cost a third of what they cost here, but the money value is so much better there that's why I can live out there. Like it's wild.
Yeah, I saw
that. Because inflation and everything here is killing it for us.
Oh, it's bad, right?
Oh, so bad. The housing market's bad. The auto industry's bad. I mean, I don't know if you can see like our prices for like used vehicles, but I'm telling you right now, you're going to pay $20,000 to $30,000 more than what you should on a used vehicle right now in the States. Look at that, yes.
Seriously?
Yes. I'm talking. You're going to pay $60,000. You're going to pay buy a truck that's $68,000. That's 1 year old. That really is only that cost them maybe $5,000 to make. And the excuses we get is the microchips. AI is eating up all the microchips. So that's why this vehicle. So they just sit. No one buys vehicles right now. Houses, that's all inflated right now too.
Oh, houses are insane. Mm-hmm. And it's everywhere. Although that's starting to come down. Starting to come down up here in Canada, but is it going to come down to a point where it's reasonable again? I don't know.
And it will. It has to, because the first time, I mean, either that or like we have what is called the FHA loans, which is like first-time homebuyer loans.
Yeah,
they're going to have to offer more. They're going to have to relax their regulations more so that people can afford to buy homes. Because I mean, it's ridiculous, but I mean, everything is.
It's a messed up world, man. It's a messed up world. Every one of those things that we just talked about is another freaking 2-hour podcast.
It is. And that's why I'm trying to get the community to understand that, like, hey, like, we kind of need to stop infighting and start, like, coming up with a plan globally.
Listen, I agree with you. I think we have the power, man. I really do. I've said it forever. I think we're worth far more than we realize. And I think we need to stand up for ourselves. Frankly.
I do. And I think that in a sense that in the trade world, like, we need to quit, like, we need to quit infighting. We need to quit caring if women are in the trade or not. If they're turning wrenches, hey, you're doing the same work I am. I'm tired of seeing people that dude, there's nothing that makes me want to punch somebody in the face more when they say to me, oh, I would have done it. I just don't have the time. Dude, I'm just like, you know what? Here's the fucking tool bag. I'm going to go sit in the work van. Let me know when you're done. I'll check over your work, and if it's good, I won't charge you anything,
Yeah.
Like, that irritates me so much. No, you wouldn't know how to do this because it's going to take me 5 minutes to do this,
Yeah.
And I just think as a whole, like, we got to stop, and we need to really I'm tired of people looking at us as the lowest of the low. I get we're turd chasers, but if it not for us, like, you shall not use thy throne in thy home, if not for us. So, anyway.
No, I'm with you 1,000%. Well, this was fun, dude.
Yeah, man. I hope more people will do this.
Yeah, I think that's the point. I think that's I'm trying to do it, trying to make it happen a little bit more often, and sort of like you say, build the community a bit and see where it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Y'all quit fucking fighting in the comment section too. Just stick to the gay jokes, okay? The gay jokes are fun.
Gay jokes are fun.
They are.
Oh, yes. So good.
Anyway.
So good. Well, I wish you luck, my man. Thank you for doing this. Thanks for reaching out. I know we sort of batted it around for 3 or 4 months.
We should do it again. We should do it again sometime.
We should. Yeah. I agree. Let's hook up in March or maybe in April. We'll see how your black eye works out, and we'll see what happens with the current. Maybe we'll be in a world war by then. Who knows?
Probably. Well, either that or we bought Greenland and Canada. We got a BOGO on it.
Right. So. You might have the BOGO on that by that time.
That's right.
We keep importing the Chinese army over here.
That's right.
See how that
That's right. Then you get our private health insurance. You'll love it. It's worthless, but you pay a lot of money for it.
Makes you feel good until you need to use it, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Anyway. All right, my man. Well,
all right, brother.
I hope this helps out, and I hope to see more of this.
I'm with you. Appreciate it.
Later.
Look after those kids.
Will do.
All right. Bye for now.